What's up, future YouTubers? I'm doing a bunch of test leagues with tier 1 decks to get you ready for Eternal Weekend, just like me. All right, Vintage Gamers, more of my Eternal Weekend testing backlog here. We're going to play a bunch of leagues off stream and get ready for Eternal Weekend. These will probably air during the week when I'm not here, so you'll get continued content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and hopefully get some good reps in with a bunch of various Tier 1 deck lists before Eternal Weekend. This is my take on Mono White Initiative. You will notice there are no Anointed Peacekeepers in this list. I will do anything in my power to not register the card Anointed Peacekeeper. I am not a fan. I don't like the card. I don't think it's powerful enough. So there are none in my list. However, that doesn't mean that Anointed Peacekeeper shouldn't be played. If you're playing in an Eternal Weekend event, it's likely to be more bizarre than normal. I think that it makes some sense to play your best anti-bizarre card. So, that being said, I won't be playing that in this league. I'm going to play 2 Lorens, 1 Boromir, and 1 Thalia Heretic Cathar, alongside a pretty normal list, some trims on Solitudes, the addition of Chalice. I'm playing a full mana suite. I got a Soul Ring even. I just want to enable as many turn 1 3-drop plays as possible. And then sideboard 4 Containment Priest makes a lot of sense with so much Oath and stuff like that. Archons instead of Tabernacles. Don't know if that's actually better or not. And then the Solitudes and Swords for the creature mirrors in the board. Even have a couple of null rods here in case we pair up against Jewel. So, should be fun. Should be interesting. I actually kind of like playing it Mono White Initiative. It's not likely to be a deck I register for Eternal Weekend just because I own Blue Power and I'm more gravitating towards a combo Tinker deck. I prefer to play those kind of decks. However, Mono White Initiative does present lots of free wins, which I like a lot. I think the overall power level of the deck is quite high. And if you're in tune with how you should be mulliganing for a turn 1 threat, then I think the deck actually can do really, really well. So I'm going to play it through a league, see what it looks like, and hopefully learn some things along the way. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content? Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1. On the play, yes. Do I have any Chancellors? I do. Do I have any turn 1 plays? I don't. Not having a turn 1 play here makes this hand not a keep. Keep mulligan. This hand has turn 1 Thalia plus Chancellor. Definitely a keep. It's on a weaker side because I don't have a follow-up. I don't have a follow-up initiative creature, but definitely within range. All right, reveal this Chancellor. Cast Chrome Box. Put the Chancellor underneath it. The combination of Chancellor and Thalia is very annoying for blue decks to face, so we'll see if that helps. And then hopefully that means we'll be able to resolve an Archon of Emeria on turn 2, and then wasteland them. See what happens. All right, they have a fetch land. Do they have a Moxen? No. Currently this means they can counter my Archon of Emeria. No, they can't because it costs 1 and 1. So they won't be able to counter this Archon. So it's very good for us. So this is pretty good for our starting hand. The only way this gets really better is if we top deck an initiative creature we can cast. So we'd have to top deck a White Plume Adventure. That would be our next best hit for sure. All right, Tropical Island plus Psycholorian, I assume. I can't force this. All right, so this Archon of Emeria should also help slow them down. Yeah, Psycholorian. So this can get basic Island, which is very good against Archon of Emeria. Definitely something I haven't experienced recently, but definitely strong. See what they have. Nothing. All right, I don't think playing a second Archon is better than wasting them off this Trop. Looks really strong. They can't. They still haven't broken the Still haven't broken the Chancellor trigger yet, and they're already at 13 life. So not a pretty reasonable clock, anyways. Wonder if this means they're on Beans or if it means they're on Oath. Oath will cost 4 if it's the first play they make. Definitely think another attacker here is worth more than holding open Solitude. Also have plenty of white cards that draw in there. So if they hit land drop, they don't have any more islands probably. So even if they hit a land drop, so they are on Oath. They really need to hit a Moxen to throw into the... They had to hit a Moxen to throw into the Chalice Chancellor trigger and then play a 3-mana Oath, but it's just too late at this point. Great starting hand, fast mana, Chancellor. All right, so we have to bring in Containment Priest here and another Lauren. I haven't actually done this sideboarding, so I'm not actually sure what exactly we're doing, but we're definitely bringing out Chalice, this. Creatures and non-basics enter tapped. Yeah, I think all of these cards are pretty good. I don't know if like we ever want to try to beat a resolved Oath creature with Solitude and stuff. It doesn't seem like we do. I think I'd rather just have Caracas, Containment Priest, and Lauren. And oh, I guess they have Show and Tell, right? So I kind of have to. I don't think we're ever doing that though. I just feel like these Chancellors on the draw are probably not very good. Maybe we just bring in more removal. Maybe on the draw, like Athalia and Boromir are less good as well. Just bring in more removal. I don't know. This feels like overdoing it, right? This feels like we're going too hard in the other direction and it's not going to work out for us. I haven't reviewed this sideboard plan with anyone, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I should, though. That'll help me get a grasp of what people are doing for the matchup from the other side. Let me just take a quick peek. I think someone was talking about this. Matchup is bad. I would say keep Solitudes in. Oh, no, that's a different matchup. I thought there was recently a discussion about... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bring in Swords. I do think I'm going to keep Solitudes. But I don't think I'm going to bring in Swords. Being able to Solitude in off a Show and Tell is probably pretty good. Might slow my opponent down just enough. I don't really know about the whole Chancellor on the draw thing. That's something, like, is it something you actually want to do to slow your opponent down from playing turn 1 Oath or something? I don't really know. It doesn't really sound good to me, but this hand looks great. So hopefully they don't just like Show and Tell on turn 1. This is Hestral maybe. Brainstorm. Interesting. Orchard Brainstorm. So do we like get greedy? What do we play here? So they force my Ruby. Second one represents Cavern. Might force it. Yeah. Pitching Atraxa. Oh, I think the answer is just Cavern on Human, lock us out, but we have the ability to Containment Priest. It's not like we can play a White Plume on this turn and get our basic anyways. We're definitely going to leave a bunch of cards in my hand stranded, so clearly I made a mistake and I shouldn't have put back a Maria's Call. That is something that I messed up here. Because I could just have a white source. I guess getting Strip Mine here means I wouldn't be very good, but I didn't think I needed a white source, but I was clearly wrong, so that's okay. I didn't need a white source. Duh. Idiot, of course I didn't need a white source. They shouldn't have any wastelands in their deck, so I think it's better to play Ancient Tomb, because if I draw a Cavern, I'd like to use the Cavern, right? So I think it makes more sense to just play the Ancient Tomb now, and then if I have to use the planes, I will use the planes. And I'm just going to play Archon first, obviously. They don't have another land drop anyways. Looks quite bad for them. They can have dismember. I don't. It's probably better to post combat. I don't know. I like F6ing. All right, so they had force pitching mind break trap. I'm still hitting for 3 every turn thanks to their forbidden orchard. That 11. They drew a lotus, but they can't currently show and tell or oath, or flash. So they have to have an Oko. Looks like they have an Oko, so they'll turn off my containment priest. Means they won't have any mana left over though. This just means I attack Oko with it. Oh, they're not going to turn off the... I guess they can turn off the containment next turn because I can't kill the Oko this turn. Ah, okay. Nice. That's a nice play. Might still be able to win through damage then. Oh, I don't have any planes left in my deck. Sick. In that case, I think I just attack face and try to trap them out of this game. If they like swap for my white plume, I don't think I care, right? Is that something I care about if they do that? Not really. I have a second white plume coming. Like, so theoretically, if they drew a mana this turn, they could turn off the Containment Priest and play something, but they're currently dead on board, so they have to, like, do something, right? I guess technically standing up this food is pretty good. Okay, they are going to swap. Okay. I guess this kind of makes my attack a lot worse. Not a lot worse, though, right? Because I can still... So... If I forge onto Containment Priest and attack face, I just attack face with everything and then play another white plume, right? Don't even need a Solitude. I just need to... I mean, if they have a third force, I guess. They have to have a third force, right? I'm not sure that's the best line. I'd have to sit and think about it a little bit longer. Maybe the best line was to just hard cast Solitude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go up to 10, and then they take 6. Maybe that's the best line. I don't know. I have to think about it. Let me know in chat what you think the best line is there. All right, here we go. Round 2. Chancellor, Lotus, Seasoned Engineer, Archon. It's a nice one. See what my opponent does with a Chancellor trigger. I love how much I get to F6 with this deck. Big fan. Huge fan. Let's see, maybe they just cast a Mox into it. This is why I don't really like Chancellor on the draw. It just doesn't look like it's good, right? Does this look good to you? Doesn't look good to me. All right, I'm going to force check them with a Chrome Mox to start. See what they do. That's unfortunate. I really needed that to get countered. If my Lotus gets countered, things are bad. Oh, they're going to... Okay, all right. They're going to stifle my Chrome Mox. Sick. All right, maybe I need to play around Daze then. I feel like they would force this Lotus even if they didn't have it, so... I think I actually have to name Human here. I can't go Archoning. So I'm going to play Cavern, and I'm going to name Human, and then I'm going to play around Daze by playing that. And then I think I'm just going to go straight to the dungeon here, get myself a Plains. I can't believe I just got stifled. It's kind of wild. All right, so if I draw an Ancient Tomb or a Mox, I can still play Thalia. I guess if I draw a Mox, I would play Archon, though, maybe. Oh, am I getting sorted? Monastery Mentor. Wow. I think we're supposed to go foraging here. Don't think we need to go down the well. Maybe we did need to go down the well. Considering they're going to take the initiative back. I don't know. This clock is so fast, right? Lorian, put it in the graveyard. Oh, maybe they just like... I mean, if they just draw Swords to Plowshares, we do lose this game, right? So they must be playing like Stifle Knot or something. Yeah, I mean, the Stifle on Chrome Mock's pretty good. Stopping me from playing a 3-drop this turn. They drew swords. Maybe they had swords the whole time, obviously. Like, that could be the case, too. All right, well, now we need to draw an Ancient Tomb so we can play another Seasoned Dungeoneer. I mean, I could have gone down the Lost Well and tried to hit my land. I don't think that's better, though. Tropical? So it's beans? They just played Stifle and beans? And they just happen to have Swords Mentor in hand? Not good for the home team here. This Stifle actually was incredible because Thalia is so good against Mentor. Land? Need a land. Didn't draw land. All right. I think we lose. Maybe I did need to go down the Lost Well. I mean, the thing is, like, we had a land drop for turn already, and we had an Explore with our Seasoned Dungeoneer attack. I don't think Lost Welling was correct. Yeah. I mean, we lost this game to Stifle, which is pretty amazing. I mean, maybe you could say we lost this game to Swords to Plowshares, which is probably more true. Because simply playing a Thalia, I mean, Thalia into Archon, maybe good enough. Maybe. It's bad. It's bad for us, but yeah. Chancellor hitting Sapphire on the draw. Top. Jeez. Yeah, we're going to get beamed out here. That's wild. That's so sad. And they had Wasteland? Yeah. All right. Well, Ancient Tomb's our last draw here. No. Okay. Well then, even if I had lost well, I wouldn't have actually hit a land drop, huh? That's just kind of unlucky, right? Okay. Noted. All right. So it's Beans with Stifle. I don't really think we have cards that come in. I guess theoretically this Archon is fine because it gets dodges their removal spells. I don't really feel like you actively want a bunch of Solitudes. Chalice looks kind of bad. The reason I don't think you want a bunch of Solitudes is like how many creatures they actually play in their deck, right? Still like that. Maybe we'll just play 2 Archons and... I mean, these Lorens only hit, what, Beans? That's not good enough. Just play a bunch of Archons that they can't hit. I could see you just playing Solitudes as well in this spot. It's probably fine. I just don't think I care about them, like, what, playing a bean or a whale or whatever. Like, if they play a whale and they, like, start bringing back swords, we've already lost anyways. Doesn't feel like a spot you're supposed to play to. Post board, we're gonna, like, be cutting Trinisphere and Chancellor, though, so, like, all of our Solitudes and stuff will probably come in. This hand's great. So we'll check them with a Sapphire. We'll force check them with a Sapphire. And then if they don't counter Sapphire, we'll just play Mana Crypt. Because we don't want to play this Chrome Mox if we can help it. This is actually could be a spot where we play White Plume on turn 1, too. This kind of looks like a spot where we're going to play White Plume on turn 1 uncounterably. And if they force this, then we have Chrome Mox still. All right, so I got the force on the Mana Crypt. So now we don't need to play White Plume because we're going to have a white card off of this Chrome Mox. Probably. All right, they had double force. Shit. I mean, I could have avoided double force by simply going Cavern Thalia right away, but I would never do that. All right, well, I'm gonna play Cavern Thalia and then hope that we draw mana, I guess. Huh, double force again. I mean, we got a force for a Chromox. Obviously, the Mana Crypt one was good. So they have Stifle. What are they doing with this Stifle? Why is there a Stifle? I don't get it. All right, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I think in this case, actually, the Archon is just worse than a White Plume. Wait. Oh my god, they kept an oof and I got oofed? Well, shit. We're just getting murdered, man. So their hand was double force 2 lands oof, and now they're gonna wasteland me? Yeah, I mean, okay. It's definitely not good for us. I have to play this out. Hope that I draw on a white source on the next turn. This is swords, I guess. Man, what a hand, huh? Green mana, white mana, wasteland, swords, oof, double force. Force 2 Moxen. Yeah, okay, all right. Powerful wizardry. Into Ancestral. Into Ethereal Forger. What? Wow. I mean, I don't think you can draw it up any better than that. That looks perfect to me. Can I possibly win if they buy attack and buybacks this? Swords? Yeah. All right, maybe I just do need to play 4 Solitudes here. I don't know. It feels like pretty unlucky that my opponent had double force for my 2 mana acceleration. Like, I had 3 mana accelerants and my opponent had double force. Like, I should have been able to play a 3-drop on turn 1 uncounterably, right? I just, like, it just couldn't have gone worse. Like, they chose to put Force of Will back in hand? That's not better than Swords, right? Whatever. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. I mean, we got beamed. We got beamed here. Yeah, not good. Pretty bad look. All right, another one. Yep. So this is a great example of why I think it makes a lot of sense to play Soul Ring in your deck. Turning your hands into hands that play turn 1 3-drop is very important. So here I either go Uncounterable Archon or Trinisphere. I think it's Trinisphere. This has a higher upside. My opponent doesn't have a force. They might just lose the game on the spot. Yeah, we're going to be in a great spot. Now I don't even have to go... Oh, they're going to hold it. Interesting. I don't know. I'm just going to go initiative on this turn here. Then on next turn, I can go Archon. Initiative and Archon. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the upside of Trinisphere is just too high to ignore. I don't know what my opponent's on. I'm going to take out Chalice and Trinisphere on the draw and bring in 2 Solitudes, I guess. Not 100% sure what they're on, so hard to tell. But yeah, I mean, that was a prime example of if, like, in other lists, they don't play Soul Ring, they play like a 4th Amaria's Call. If that was an Amaria's Call, my hand's not even good. Like, is my hand even playable, right? Like, it doesn't even have a turn 1, 2, turn 1 anything. So I think it's a, I don't know. I would play Soul Ring if I was playing mono white. I know people don't, but oh, I kept in Chancellors. I know what I wanted to board in though. This hand's like such garbage. I'm gonna keep it, I think. I don't know what they're playing on the draw. This thing has a way to slow them down and removal. 2 different kinds of removal. I think it's fine. Oh, they're on Bazaar. Okay. So which kind of Bazaar? Not Stretch, because they had Wastelands in the main. So some kind of Squee or Countervine or Aggrovine. Let's see. Doesn't tell me anything. Okay, they throw a Rootwalla into the Chancellor and play a hollow 1. They play a hollow 2. I'm just going to remove 1. And then hopefully I can lure in the other one. I just don't know if it's enough time. They didn't have any squeeze in their yard, though, so maybe we'll have enough time. We'll see what happens. Definitely would board differently than we did, but it wasn't a bad board plan. Chancellor actually looks good on the play or draw in this matchup, considering how bad my opponent's deck is at dealing with a Chancellor. Vengevine, Master, Wasteland. It's very unfortunate unless we draw exactly Mox here, right? Strip Mine. Never mind. That's a sick draw. That is a sick draw. Okay, so that's got rid of the Bazaar. They probably don't have a second Bazaar, considering they pitched a Bazaar on the first one. Master back into hand. Oh, they have a third Bazaar. Okay, awesome. Sick. Great. Awesome. This third Bazaar here is nightmare fuel for sure. That was horrible outcome. I really need a Mox. Ancient Tomb. Yeah, that works. If this doesn't resolve, it doesn't really work, but if it does resolve, then we've dealt with both hollow ones. They're going to probably wasteland me off this Ancient Tomb, I would assume. They have 1 squee going, so it's just Faithless looting. Or 1 master, I should say. Up to 6, down to 3. Oh, they hit double Rootwalla for their double Vengevine. Alright, so I'm going to concede this game is lost. So, on the play, we'll bring this Trinisphere back in. We're going to possibly bring in Containment Priest. It only actually hits Vengevine, so it might not be worth it. Archon of Absolution is great here. Swords is pretty reasonable here. Lorian only hits Hollow 1. Thalia's good. Boromir's good. I don't think we are going to bring in Containment Priests. Or Swords. I think we just bring in Solitudes and Archons and Trinisphere. How do we board out in this matchup? I guess Lauren. Is Lauren better than Solitude? No, I guess not. I guess, like, Archon is not amazing. They're never casting more than 1 spell a turn. The non-basic lands under tap doesn't really matter. I mean, it's good on the play here. But, like, I think the Chancellor activation is really good. I mean, Archon versus Thalia. Is it weird to say Archon is bad here? It's not bad on the play on turn 1, but after that, it's not like it's that good. Maybe we trim Archons. I don't know. That seems awkward. I don't really like the idea of bringing in Containment Priest, but it's not that bad. It also gives us more turn 1 keepable hands, so we don't get vined. I mean, Containment Priest has got to be worse than Swords, right? I don't know. I'm not convinced that that board plan was correct. I haven't done this in a while. So this is Chancellor into... This hand's awkward, isn't it? No, it's not. It's turn 1 3 ball. All right, cool. What the... This is why we play Soul Ring. Play Soul Ring, people. I swear. Trust me. It's so good. Chancellor, my spell is uncounterable unless they have 2 spells. So they have to have exactly double force. I guess I could have misstep and force. I don't know. This card is so good. My opponent can't play any spells for the rest of the game. The only way they can do things is... I don't know how they do things, to be honest with you. Like, it's Jover. I don't know. Play Soul Ring in your deck. That's all I can say. Here we are, round 4 of our Vintage League. We have notable Thalia waifu XJ Cloud across the table. Maybe we're gonna have a nice little Stompy mirror, mono white initiative versus mono white initiative, maybe mono white initiative versus mono red. This hand is not amazing, but I might keep it anyways. They Magus me. It's pretty bad. I don't have a solid. I mean, there's not many solitudes in my main. Losing the die roll here is really bad for us, huh? Maybe you just can't keep this hand because it doesn't play a turn 1 threat. I think I want to mulligan this. Okay, this is a lot better. Keep. I don't know if I need 2 Ancient Tombs. I think I'd rather keep double White Source. All right, I have a Chancellor. They don't have a Chancellor, so. See what they've got for us here. Hopefully that slows them down a turn and we can slam an Archon or something. If we slam Archon and then get like a Wastelanded, well, I guess we can't get Wastelanded. We'll still always be able to follow up with a Thalia. Okay, they had fodder for the Chancellor. See how much they can play through it. So it is Mountain. Soul Ring. Okay. So I think we avoided the worst of it. Though definitely would have liked to have... I mean, I'm going to play an Archon here. Kind of want an initiative creature here. The good news is we have a white source. That's not a land. So if we even got like Magus of the Moon or something, it's not a big deal. But if they go like, I guess they have to have another basic mountain to play Caves of the Chaos Adventurer here. So here's the Magus of the Moon. So we played around that successfully. I think we got kind of lucky. If we didn't have a Chancellor, they would have played turn 1 Magus, and we would have, I guess we still would have thrown Mox, so maybe it didn't matter at all. That's great, right? That's the best. That's just unreal good. Do we attack? What is in their deck again? Fury, maybe? Trying to remember what's in their deck. Is it Furies? They had a 5-0 recently. It had Null Rods, Blood Moons, Fables, Rabble Masters, 4 Furies. So if they Fury this Dungeoneer and I attack, I can get the initiative stolen from me. Yeah, I'll just wait. And we've won. Okay, so we definitely just want Solitudes and Swords. We definitely don't want Chalice and Trinisphere on the draw. Definitely want Thalia in this matchup. Boromir still counters Fury. I think the card that looks really bad here is Thalia, right? Lorien kills 4 Null Rod, 4 Fable. I actually think Lorien just looks great. I actually kind of do want it's weird. Some matchups I definitely want Chancellor on the draw, and some I don't. I think this one I think I don't. I think I'm gonna take these Thalias out and just play a bunch of more reactive things. So I guess I'll bring this deck over here. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at Moon Stompy. We got to make sure that we have the ability to get our basic planes as much as we can. Don't know if they'll keep in Null Raws, but they're not going to bring in, what is Anarchy? I should figure that. I think that kills mono white creatures, right? Oh, that's not how you spell Anarchy. Anarch. Destroy all white permanents. Okay, so that's the one we probably have to pay the most attention to. Not that we can play around that much. It's just a board wipe. So maybe they choose to bring something out for that. See what happens. This hand has a Chancellor, a Caracas, a Strip Mine, a turn 1 Lorien. This hand's probably just not good, right? Let's put this back. This hand has Archon Swords. Yeah, this hand has a basic planes. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just put back this Amelia's Call. Let's see what our opponent does to us here. This turn 1 Null Rod is actually quite good against us. They kept 7 again. Okay, Chrome Box. I don't think I would bring in Null Rod in the play. They have too much Stompy lands. Fable, Ancient Doom. Oh, Soul Ring again. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of fast mana. Paying costs. Does that mean like Simian Spirit Guide Fable? Damn, I should have kept my Lorien hand, huh? My Lorien hand would have been pretty good here. I think the answer to this is simply play a turn 1 White Plume Adventure. Don't really feel like the Archon is going to do a lot here. Don't feel it's going to stop them from playing spells or anything, so... This is protected from Wasteland. Do they even have Wasteland? No. All they have is Strip Mine. I don't know. I feel like I still play Plains out because I can get 2 Plains out in play. So I have another initiative creature, which I feel like initiative creatures are the key to this kind of matchup, and a sword should be good. If I need to, I can go Archon Swords and stabilize on the board. Like, I might have to Swords this thing eventually, because if it starts, like, copying Furies or something, it's bad for me. They chose not to use the Fable. Okay, Caves of the Chaos. They have 1 card left in hand, so I'm going to probably have to Swords that. Mountain, 1 card. Yeah, I'm just forging. Oh, I'm not forging because they took the initiative. So I just swords back here, attack. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna keep the initiative? Sure. I mean, they have to find Anarchy, right? Probably. Or maybe Fury gets them there. They went top, bottom, flip Fable, play Anarchy, maybe? Yeah. Okay. That's still fine for us because we have a follow-up. Let's just go human. And then I'm going to forge onto this so it can't get furied. I guess it can if they would pitch cast Fury here and copy. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Is it better to kill the copy? Probably. Oh, I guess that gets them the initiative back. Damn, this is really strong. Chancellor. Okay. I might just die. This doesn't look good for me. Well, I can't play Chancellor, right? Because I don't have... If I trap this Goblin Rabble Master... Sorry, if I goad the Goblin Rabble Master into... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even if I play this, I can't play this. So if I goad the Goblin Rabble Master into attacking and trading with the Archon of Emeria, I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 1,000,000. But how can I win on the swing back anyways? Don't know. Just gonna trap them. I don't think the math works out in my favor anyways, but So did I make a mistake in this game playing any of my... I don't really feel like I made a mistake. I had to kill their initiative creature. And they just hit a Rabble Master, right? Wait, how did this not... Oh, it was summoning 6, so it didn't have to attack. And this thing attacks anyways, so there was no reason... There would be no reason to goad it anyways. So this leaves me at 4 with a skeleton happening. Yeah, I can't imagine we come back from that. And they have a follow-up threat. This went really bad. The Anarchy 2-for-1 was a little bit too much for me, huh? Another Archon. I mean, Archon's definitely still good here. All right, we can concede this game. Huh. All right, I mean, on the... Maybe we don't even bring Intronisphere on the play. How many zeros do they even have? They just have 4 Chrome Box Mana Crypt. It's not very much. Though Thalia, I actually think looks pretty good on the play here. Is that correct? I don't know. I actually don't think Chalice looks good on the play. 3-ball looks good, though. No, I mean, even 3-ball doesn't look good because they have so many Moxen, right? I mean, not Moxen. They have so many Ancient Tombs and stuff. I don't think this Archon is good either. I'm going to bring the Thalias in and put the swords back out. Still think this Thalia is good. I still think Lauren is better than swords just because it can kill Fable. Maybe these Chancellors are not actually good, but they don't actually have that many things to throw into a Chancellor. So, yeah, this hand's great. Keep. So this one is starting on Archon because we're on the play here. So then we can get null rotted, but it wouldn't even be bad for us. We can't get null rotted because they can't play a freaking Ancient Tomb tapped. So, oh, they have Fury. That's good. All right, well, that's really bad for me. Fury turns off my Archon. They get to play things untapped. I kind of hope they just go like Ancient Tomb Null Rod, and I can just go Ancient Tomb White Plume, Mox, Lotus, Null Rod, Fable again. Man, pretty brutal, all things considered. Okay, cool. So I can do 2 spells next turn. So I just go Seasoned Dungeoneer this turn, get my thing and play 2 spells next turn. That's good. See how many cards they discard this time. 3 cards in hand. They discarded no cards last time. Okay, this time they have a Lelia in their deck and a Rabble Master. Okay. They can always suicide this attack in to get mana. Looks like... Are they going to do it again where they just like discard Spirit Guide and cast Anarchy on me? Second Fable. All right, there's a lot of creatures. All right. I'm pretty sure we're always just supposed to forge. Just looks like it makes the most sense. Attack. Lots of dead draws, but we got through them. This is pro creatures. And then White Plume. Trap. So we can still get Anarchied here. I don't think that matters. I think we're just supposed to play this. Because it's going to stop them from being able to draw a land. I guess they don't need to draw land because they can attack with this Goblin Shamans, right? So they can discard their hand looking for Anarchy, right? And they can cast it because they can attack and get the treasure token, which doesn't come into play tapped. All right, they discarded 2 cards looking for Anarchy. Did they find it? If they find it, they win. If they don't find it, they lose, right? That's kind of just it. Oh, they didn't find it. Okay. Can't imagine they can win this game then. This is unblockable. This is unblockable. So they're at least going to 1. This way, even if they were to deal with some things, I still have a 2/3 flyer attacking for lethal. I mean, there's a world where maybe this White Plume attack was bad, but now with the Strip Mine, they would have to... Activating this attack gives them 2. They would have to find, like, Spirit Guide Anarchy or something. They had to block because... Why didn't they block with 2? Does that matter? Probably doesn't matter. I don't know, the Strip Mine was a pretty good draw, though, so... Interesting. All right, here we go. 5th and final round. We've got a Soul Ring, but no turn 1 play. Is this good enough to justify with that in mind? We have a Solitude. I kind of feel like the answer is no. If I knew my opponent would be on a creature deck, I probably would keep it. But without knowing my opponent's going to be on a creature deck, I probably would just mulligan this. Yeah, this is much better. Keep. Can just bottom this Chrome Mox, right? I guess the Ancient Tomb is worse. Shouldn't need another Ancient Tomb. See what opponent does here through Chancellor. Wasteland. Play Mox or no? Play Mana Crypt and pay. Jeez. Okay, that's nice. Do we think they're on Force deck? No. Well, maybe. They could still be on a Force deck. Wait, this just didn't do anything. Now the Wasteland back. All right, let's see if they're F6 if I do Chrome Mox. Well, didn't really help. Would I rather play Ancient Tomb and... Or would I rather just play Wasteland? That plays into Mindbreak Trap, I guess. Kind of want to be able to Wasteland a Saga. I think I'm just going to go White Plume here. Hopefully they don't have Force. They're not like the aggro 8 cast deck. Get this in play too. All right. I mean, I'm pretty much forced to chump this thing. Not chump this thing. Trade with this thing if I can. If they make me chump, I probably won't. Though it'll be tough game if that's the case. What is going on? Why am I still getting... All right. So I'd be okay with my opponent wastelanding me. What I wouldn't be okay with is them playing double spell here. Popping this to a 4/4, attacking, getting a basic. They have one. Okay, Revoker. So they probably don't have one. Oh, this is a problem though, because now if I trade, they actually have the onboard pressure. Ghost Quarter. So they have 2? Well, 2 makes it pretty easy for me because I just can't chump really. Null Rod. All right, so Null Rod aggro shops. They have a Mana Crypt in play though. Definitely just to take this one to the face. Doubt they have a basic in this deck. Miria's Call. I think it's worth it just to play a Miria's Call. I mean, I guess wastelanding them here is like pretty good for us, right? We probably have to go down. Yeah, no. This is... Well, first let's attack. Because if this thing gets forged onto, I actually can block again, right? So it's just broken. I mean, they should probably just chump with this Revoker. What's it even doing? Actually, I actually think we're okay because this Null Rod is actually really good for us. It means they can't play anything and our Wasteland is really good. Yeah, I mean, that block makes sense. But this Wasteland on their Wasteland means all they have is a Ghost Quarter for mana, and I just don't think that's going to be enough here. Oh, I guess they have Forge. Shit. So they'll get to a 6/6. That might be a huge problem. I guess I can draw Solitude, but I only have 2 Solitudes in my deck. I have 1 Lauren in my deck, but I need 5 mana. This might just not be beatable, actually, from this spot. It's just humongous. I mean, maybe we can race with this Mana Crypt. I guess that's a possibility. Oh, no, because Trap is coming, so it's just not possible. Damn, dude, they hit land 2-drop? Well, that went about as badly as it could. We just lost the die roll. Yeah, that Chancellor did not slow them down to the required amount. All right, we got our ass kicked. Let's bring in... We're not bringing in Null Rods. It looks like they're the hybrid version because we saw Ghost Quarter Caracas, which means they're probably playing Golos. We're just going to bring in Swords and Solitude and Lauren, and then we're going to take out 3-ball. I don't really like 3-ball on the play, but I do like Chalice. I actually kind of think the Thalias look like pretty bad. I mean, they make the Nettlecyst bit harder, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really super thrilled with the idea of playing these Thalias. I guess it blocks like Revoker on the ground as a 2/1. I don't know. It's a little hard to say. It's like definitely worse than all of these other choices. Maybe this is worse. Is Chancellor actually good here? I actually kind of think Chancellor is worse, Mick. Chancellor's probably worse, right? That I also don't know for sure. Is Chancellor actually worse? Yeah. Kind of rough. Okay. Hopefully this is enough. Might not be, but you have turn 1 Thalia into turn 2 Dungeoneer or Adventurer. Don't know if that's going to be enough to win this kind of matchup, but we'll see what happens. I don't think I can put this one back. It feels like asking for too much if I put this back. Opponent's on a mulligan, though. That should help. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Definitely play a basic plane so we don't get wastelanded. Get this Thalia going. Then we have an adventurer coming. Get our second planes. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's just going to be good enough, but maybe on the mulligan on the play, it's just enough. We'll see what happens. Like, simply going workshop, patchwork is going to be a problem, right? I got my basic strip mined. Okay, fair enough. And I drew another one. Okay. Another one, all right. I'm not getting anywhere fast here. You got another one? No. Talents workshop time. What do you have for us? Patchwork plus? Gave them time to draw Moxen. Now they can cast them all through Thalia. Are we just doomed, man? Is this Patchwork Automaton just unbeatable in every instance? Crazy. I don't even think strip mining is good, right? All right, I'm definitely holding both of these back to try to double block this stupid Patchwork Automaton. Maybe I'm supposed to strip mine them there. It just doesn't look good to me. I also like need to hold this strip mine for Saga, right? I think I just have to hold the strip mine for Saga. Just Golos. Can't be like Ballista, right? Null Rod. Sure, don't care. That's now I'm gonna strip mine the crap out of their workshop. I guess they're just trying to get up to patchwork attacking mana, but that's not gonna work out for them because I have follow-up creature. This is just a super easy trade. I can even, I guess none of these are human, so I can't actually go Thalia Wasteland, but Yeah, I guess we can go down the Lost Well. Swords. Lotus Petal. I'll team with swords. Seems good. So I have to play my planes this turn no matter what, right? So does give them another turn with this workshop. But I think that's fine. We'll have swords and Orthalia and strip mine, and we'll be in a good spot. Crucible. Oh no. They have Crucible strip mine? At least it comes into play tapped here. Okay. I think we just goad this thing here. And then what am I strip mine? Maybe I strip mine the strip mine, so I have one more turn with white mana. And this thing is still goaded into my Thalia. Probably just Catacombs to get enough threats on board. They drew a creature. Okay. That's fine. We have swords. Yeah, this looks good. Their strip mine lock is just a little too late. Probably using this white source for swords here, so definitely get a Catacombs. Hit this with the swords. Lost one more, and then we pay. And we get in, and I think we get a Throne of the Dead. Can't really lose from here. Not bad. Interesting game. Such a weird deck. That's the Null Rod aggro deck, but it also just like plays a bunch of like the random Golos cards. Some kind of hybrid version. All right, Chalice on the draw is garbage. I guess we'll play more creatures. Don't really feel like Chancellor is it here. I guess theoretically this Archon could be pretty reasonable. Maybe we'll play an Archon. I don't know. Don't know if it matters too much. All right. What do we got? Solitude triple Thalia? No, not like this, Thalia. Why are you like this? All right, I'm going to mulligan this hand. I don't like that hand. It's probably better. It's not good, though. Or my 4-drop. I can't imagine we win this game. My opponent kept 7. Our hand is just so bad. They just have to have like a reasonable number of Moxen, and how are we ever going to win from here? This matchup seems really... fuck's sake, man. This matchup seems really bad. I guess I have to hope they get locked underneath this Trinisphere. I mean, if they Trinisphere lock themselves, then yeah, well, they didn't. You can't cast anything. There's a Trinisphere in play, friend. Wasteland. No. Oh, I didn't want to hit that one. It doesn't matter though. It's fine. Yeah, if they have a second land here, it's just immediately lost. But I don't think I can win the game if I just like hold open my Wasteland. I just don't think that's ever winning. But this is clearly losing. Oh. We'll turn too late, but I guess we have a chance again. If they simply have all spells and no wastelands, and we draw lands every turn. Oh, wait, it's possible. Locked under your own Trinisphere, classic shop scenario. So I guess this Thalia gets bounced by Caracas, which is pretty funny. Wow, I think we're actually going to win this now. Definitely going to go get our basic planes. If they want to trade, it will trade, no problem. All right, they actually can make this thing pump and steal the initiative if they want. But that's fine, we have removal for it later. It looks like both of us drew our land like one turn too late compared to when we needed to draw it. They drew this one turn too late, I drew mine one turn too late, but mine was still enough. Ooh, Nettle Cyst. That's the worst because now can't attack super well. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a sick hit, though. There's no way I would ever not play this here. And then my thing becomes a 5/5. Yeah, this looks real good for us. My other hits were still, like, my other plays, like Swords and Solitude, were still good, but, like, Lauren's a creature, and it kills Nettlecyst, not the germ. It's basically, it's just so good. Because I have to hit the germ, then they can, like, equip on this construct, and things get a little weird for a little while until I use my second one. We're going to win this game, which I am incredibly surprised about. Turn 1 Trinisphere, but slightly locked underneath it by a wasteland. Happens a lot. You'd be surprised. Wow. We're going to go 4-1 in this league, and I don't really feel like I made all the right decisions. We were basically only going to lose to the player who stifled our Chrome Mox. I guess that's how it is. Yeah, I don't know what they can possibly do. I mean, if they play another Nettle Cyst, it's not even enough to get through the White Plume anymore. They can't really Caracas my Lauren. Lauren. Yeah, I mean, I drew the Wasteland at the exact time to stop Urza Saga from making a second lethal construct and getting a fast mana Soul Ring. Oh, they drew a Workshop. That could do it. Now they can do 2 spells in a turn. Wow, that might be enough. That's a great draw. Well, it's been a pretty interesting back and forth game, huh? If we get a land next turn, we can play Jet for 3 mana. Ooh, wow. They have Caracas Golos. Interesting. So let's get to Saga. All right, I actually think we're losing now. That's crazy. Workshop Golos here is just nuts. Definitely trap. I guess I could make this thing attack, but there feels like a lot of ways that that goes badly. Dahlia, not a good draw. So they can attack and bounce Golos and I swords. It's not really a winning line, but if we had hit a land, we would have been able to hardcast Solitude, which would have been a lot better. I think maybe I'm actually going to activate this Lauren to try to draw a land. To not draw a land. Things are bad. Things are actively very bad. I mean, they should just block with Golos and bounce it back to hand, right? And then I swords it. This untaps, but they could just play 2 creatures. They were just taking it. All right. All my creatures are currently legendary, so. Okay. So the play is just hold open Krakus the whole time. All right. Whatever works for you, friend. They have a strip mine too. Gets me further off of mana. They can't ever get in here because I can swords this and block this. But I guess that accomplishes their goal, returns the Kolos to hand, but then they can't activate Saga. I mean, I'm not really convinced I'm currently winning this game because they're going to gain so much life off this swords too. Shadow Sphere in your Null Rod deck? Get them! No, I was saying you should play Shadow Spear in this Null Rod aggro deck. Especially if they like, board out the Null Rods. Even if they don't, I think I would have played main deck Shadow Sphere. I might record a video with aggro shops too. So they put this on the Golos so that it doesn't trample over though. Oh, they hit another land drop. I guess I did make them draw a card, to be fair. This means they won't be able to activate Saga, though, if they activate Shadow. Well, if they activate Shadow Sphere, they can activate Saga. If they play another 3-drop, they can't activate Saga. Unless they play, like, a Soul Ring, which they can activate Saga. Chalice on 1. Well, you got me, opponent. You've seen through my lines. Only have 2 more swords in my deck. Currently, they can't use this Saga right now. So they equip Shadow Sphere attack for lifelink. But they just tapped their Caracas down, so now I can Solitude them. This was not what... This is probably not it. Oh. Yeah, that's not going to work out. Oh, man, I haven't drawn my land to hardcast this Solitude and win on the spot. But, I mean, this is probably winning anyways, right? This just makes my thing unblockable. Also, I get a Undercity thing. Really wanted to hit a Solitude there, but I guess another Seasoned Dungeoneer is fine. This just did turn on their Ghost Quarter, but... Chrome Box, Graveyard... All right, well, now they need, like, I don't know, man. I guess they get to life. They should have just attacked, right? I don't know. I had Solitude for their thing, but, like, obviously playing a Seasoned Dungeoneer, finishing my Undercity is better. I can even hit a Solitude off of my Undercity. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I like the way my opponent played this out. I feel like they had some pretty solid winning chances, but... Don't think I'm ever drawing an extra card here. So they make a huge construct, but right now I have 2 unblockable creatures, so... And they're both going to be large and in charge. I can't I can't think I'm supposed to win this game. I feel like with the workshop Golos draw, that should have been enough to win. All right, so you have a construct, a Nettlecyst. None of this matters though, because I have 2 unblockable creatures. Oh, you're gonna lifelink. Okay, trample lifelink. Oh, so I have to like triple million block it? Wow, that's really bad for me. Okay, 6, 12, 15, and then they can kill 2 things. Oh, okay, maybe I am losing. Shit. They don't steal the initiative here, though. I still gonna keep a white plume at the end of this. They're gonna be out of. They're gonna be at a million life, though. That's the trick. But they haven't strip mined me, so I can hard cast Solitude and attack. I mean, they're at 30, right? But now they're already back at 18. Any creature they play is huge, so maybe this is fine for them. So they're getting trapped this turn. All right, they drew a Revoker. The Revoker equips Nettlecyst Shadow Spear, and I'm once again losing? Have to draw a Lorien? Yeah, maybe this is bad. Every creature they draw is just incredibly strong. I don't think I'm ever supposed to activate this Lorien, though, because like giving them creatures is really bad here. They should definitely strip mine Ghost Quarter me. I'm almost off of being able to cast spells through Trinisphere. Can't attack through this currently either. Oh, now I am off of the ability to cast spells through Trinisphere. I'm losing. Wow. That's crazy. I put a bunch of garbage on the bottom right. Well, there's a bunch of lands in it, so I probably do want to shuffle. Oh, now I need to hit a land. Trapping my opponent doesn't really help me here. I almost have enough to... currently have enough to block this thing and not lose the initiative, but if they have one more creature, I lose that. I just haven't drawn the cards we need here. Shit. I really needed to draw a land there. I mean, I could have been playing Moxen at some point, but... Wow. I guess I should consider activating this Lorien, huh? Okay, they can just bounce the Lorien. That would be pretty silly, right? I don't think I'm supposed to. Oh, I can't activate the Lorien. There's a freaking Revoker. Okay. All right. I mean, this looks bad for me. My opponent simply has to have an artifact this turn. Which means they'll get a hit in. They'll still trade, though. But trading and getting the initiative here looks good. You should on the loss well. I currently can't cast spells because they triple wastelanded me last turn. Triple strip mined me. I lost 2 basics. If I had hit a mana there, I would have been able to play Archon, and I think would be fine, because any of my triple blocks leave me with a creature. I'm pretty sure we're losing now. The Wasteland draw and the double activation was really bad for me. All right, it's coming in. So I'm going to block with everything and try not to lose the initiative. They can bounce my Lauren if they want to. All right, they're just doing it. So I still have the initiative, but they have 1,000,000 life. If they drew a creature, we're losing. We're just lost, probably. They didn't draw a creature, and we get to go to Archive. That's pretty good. I don't know if that attack is actually good, then. So blowing up Trinisphere is way better here than blowing up something else, right? Blow up Trinisphere, play Jet, Chrome, Petal, Archon. Put these Thalias underneath. All right, now we get to thrown into a Solitude if they play a creature and equip. We're still not 1-1, but it's better. I can cast my Chancellors now too, right? Ghost Quarter tapped. Okay. Throne. Seasoned Dungeoneer. I don't know if I have Chancellors in my deck. I don't think I do. Seasoned Dungeoneer is better anyways. Solitude, I'll hold that one and attack. Yeah, we're looking good now. Now I can respond to an equip with a Solitude unless it's a Golos. 6, 10, 10, 12, 15. So it's not lethal if I cast this. So I don't think there's any good reason to cast it then. Forge onto the flyer. Another white plume. So now that would have been lethal, right? Wow, what a crazy set. So if I played Solitude, it would have been lethal. I think I'm still supposed to play this. Like, what's the worst thing that could happen, really? So yeah, if I'd played Solitude, this would have been lethal. Oh, good to know. I would have had to have drawn another white plume. Wow, what a crazy set. So pretty convincing 4-1. We kind of ran over a bunch of people. The only thing we lost to really was the Beans deck that stifled us into swords stuff. I don't really feel like I boarded the right way against that deck. I probably needed to bring in more swords and solitudes for the... I just felt like if they ever got to the point where they're playing a Ethereal Forger, they were winning anyways, but maybe that wasn't the case. Maybe I can just kill the Forger and I'll be in an okay spot. So I think in reality, I probably just misboarded. I don't really have any experience playing against the Beans deck from the Mono White Initiative side. As for the things that I played, we never really cast Thalia or Boromir, so those didn't really matter. Lauren is just amazing. I would definitely play 2 Laurens in this deck if you can fit them. I'm kind of concerned about only playing 2 Solitudes, but it is kind of bad in game 1, so it makes sense. Chalice was good. Trinisphere was good. I guess we never challenged anyone. Trinisphere was good at least. Sol Ring was amazing. Sol Ring was amazing at every point. So yeah, interesting. Mono White Initiative is definitely a real deck that you can register for Eternal Weekend and do well with. Just learn the ins and outs of mulliganing, and you'll be in a good spot. More vintage content coming your way. all up into Eternal Weekend and beyond. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.